Let me tell you this. I worked with him for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Can you tell you?
Yeah.
I think it's cheap.
I don't see him wasting no money.
He's not in the business of wasting money.
That's what I'm saying. No, I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
But I see what he's doing.
So what's the play?
He's building up to sell it. It's just talking. Just like the Diddy film. Do you think he made money on that?
Yeah.
No. Where from where? You have to sell this shit.
So it's just Netflix.
For what, $5 million?
Sound like a lot of money to me, Faison.
Nigga, Dave Chappelle gets $40 million for an hour stand-up. So how the fuck is Diddy
a 5-6-part series get $5 million?
Then Marvel might say, hey man, we need to have your studio. We're gonna give you $14 million for having the studio for 2 weeks.
Easy.
But isn't that why 50's doing it?
Nobody's giving him no money to rent a shitty movie in Shreveport.
But why? If it's a dope
because
location?
they would have did it themselves. They the one that started Atlanta.
So maybe he think he's gonna start Shreveport.
He's not a filmmaker.
It's Focus Connect back in the building. And Faison Love had some choice words to say about 50 Cent as far as him building the GUnit studios in Shreveport, Louisiana. He made a comparison to him as far as with Tyler Perry being located in Atlanta, Georgia, and the fact that maybe series like Marvel and different big name headline movie writers will want to use Tyler Perry studios because of their location. What that will bring residual income even with him not even having to put in any work. He spoke on the fact that Tyler Perry is producing so much content and so much product as far as being the writer, the filmmaker, and being everything that has to do with the movie. And he's shining light on the fact that 50 Cent is only being a producer in these movies. So that's a totally different thing than being a filmmaker. And by Faizon Love being a guy that's been behind the curtains and has been playing in movies for quite some time now, he has an insight about the movie industry that the average person don't know. But as we can see, everything 50 Cent is attaching his name to, it is prospering and it is turning a profit. But Faizon Love is speaking on behalf of 50 Cent is only getting a cut. He's not getting the whole pie. When you talk about being a boss, that's just like a scenario where you have a person that's a manager or you have a person that's a supervisor on a lower scale. People that work under them will consider them a boss, but they are not a boss because they still hold a job and then they have to be productive to hold their position. See, when you look at Tyler Perry, nobody can fire Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has laid down the groundwork to where he is the whole entity. Everything that has something to do with movie, Tyler Perry know it from A to Z. And by 50 Cent getting in the game on the production side, building the studio, you can't make me believe that 50 Cent is not learning the filmmaker side, because when we look at 50 Cent from start to where he is now, we have seen a progression. We have seen 50 Cent go from that street guy to being one of the biggest rappers, now one of the biggest names, and then now it's everything 50 Cent touch turns to gold. So the fact that the brand of 50 Cent and the brand of what he put down with GUnit is still relevant in this day and time, it shows a lot about 50 Cent resilience. It shows a lot about the relationships he have built over the years, and it shows a lot about 50 Cent having that win-win-win mentality. When he said get rich or die trying, 50 Cent meant that. He laid his life on the line to whether this can go right or it could go bad. But he was willing to put himself out there because he knew what he felt he was supposed to have from within him. What he felt about himself mattered more than his circumstances at that point in time. But to look at 50 Cent, what he said back to Faizon Love about you hadn't done anything of relevance in over 31 years. And that's basically referring back to Faizon Love being in Friday. And where we all know Faizon Love from being Big Worm on there. And he will forever be known for that role. And 50 Cent spoke on how he think he's Big Worm in real life and tried and run up on him and see what happened. So 50 Cent pretty much letting him know we can take it to the streets. 50 Cent don't like the fact that he's speaking on his name in a negative light. And then Faizon Love spoke on the fact that Dave Chappelle getting $40 million for 1 hour and 50 Cent put out a 5-part series and probably only made $5 million off that. But you have to look at it. some people crumbs are millions. So if 50 Cent keep getting 5 here, 10 there, 15 there, that adds up because his income is steady rotating to a positive level. But when we look at Faison Love and we see him from now and we look back then, it don't really look like much progress have been made. And then when you look at like lately, we haven't seen Faizon Love on no specials. I can't really recall even seeing them promoting him as doing a special or promoting him as far as the comedy. Most people basically look at him as a funny movie guy. We see that he's knowledgeable of the industry of comedy. He's knowledgeable of the industry of movie and production, and he understands what a filmmaker is, what a writer is, what a director is, and those are things that 50 Cent have to get under his belt if he's talking about running a studio. But the thing is, it ain't about where you are right now, because every day we live life, you can add different things to your mental bank. And as we know, 50 Cent can write music, he can tell a story in the music, so that could be applied to writing movie scenes and writing movie scripts. All of this stuff is just a learning process. When 50 Cent came in the game, Faizon Love was at a certain position that he would be looked at as above where 50 Cent was. But to look at how far 50 Cent went ahead of a lot of these guys, at this present day in time, a lot of people that looked at 50 Cent as nobody at one time, now they will be employed by 50 Cent because he's built his stature, he's built his catalog, and he's built his brand to the point where he's brand friendly. So people will take a risk, people will put out loans and different things to support projects that he have because 50 Cent have proven to be productive. So Faizon Love, man, every time we've been seeing him, he been on these podcasts kind of talking negative about people. He have his funny moments. But 9 times out of 10, you see him kind of going at the game from a negative aspect of seeing things based on things he know. Because most of the things he's talking about is based on some level of something that he knows to be true. So when he see 50 Cent name in the credits as a producer, he understands that that is not the same equivalence of being a director or holding some of these other titles that are more relevant than the producer. But like I say, and what I truly believe, the resilience of 50 Cent, I think whatever there is to be learned or whatever he had to do to turn a dollar for profit, I think 50 Cent gonna be all in into gaining their knowledge, into making things to the productive standard that keeps his name being elevated. As black people, I just think we need to understand that we need to give each other that push towards positivity, man. We are focusing too much time and too much of our life to shine negative lights on people when they try to elevate themselves. Like I see a lot of these different people speaking on comedians that are not natural comedians, people that are transitioning from different careers and then they're trying comedy. Some things are a learning process, some people have it and some people don't. But the thing is, why wouldn't you give a person some encouragement or hit them up behind the scenes and give them some pointers on certain things they can tweak and do better rather than trying to tear them down? Because a lot of the people that's getting scrutinized and hated on are more successful than the person that's gossiping and talking about them. So that's why I see a problem with our people. Most of the people that's talking, they're talking about people that have surpassed them financially. I'm out.